Charlas de la noche. Palabras con imagen. El análisis de los acontecimientos que influyen en nuestra vida con el periodista Francisco Durán Rosillo.
Frank Durán Rosillo te saluda y los saluda a todos ustedes, su amiga María Celeste Raraz, para invitarlos a que se suscriban a mi canal de YouTube, María Celeste Raraz, tal como mi nombre, donde les informo todas las semanas sobre entrevistas que tienen un tema que ayuda a mejorarnos como personas y de paso son interesantes. Las pueden encontrar en mi canal de YouTube, así que los espero. Y se suscriben gratis.
Hola amigos, bienvenidos a la edición fin de semana de Charlas de la Noche. Han bajado las temperaturas en el sureste de los Estados Unidos, pero bueno, felices les mandamos el abrazo del Thanksgiving, del Día de Acción de Gracias, y pareciera que fue un fin de semana de asueto. Pues hoy sábado todavía hay gente festejando. Sin embargo, algo bastante interesante. En la frontera de Texas, las autoridades, empezando por el gobernador Greg Abbott y su Guardia Nacional y su Policía Estatal, no festejaron aparentemente. Más bien recibieron a Tom Homan, el exdirector de ICE, que ahora va a ser el zar, va a ser el cerebro de todo el proyecto de deportación y de bloqueo de las fronteras. Hay mucha polémica que no le va a funcionar a Trump, que van a arreglar. No, en México, olvídense, en México están recibiendo información prostituida de lo que es la realidad. Vamos a ver a continuación lo que realmente se ve venir por boca propia de Tom Ham, y que ellos ya empezaron a trabajar. Bien decía un tío que salía a barrer su banqueta todos los días allá en la provincia de Guanajuato. Y salía un señor que era el distribuidor de la Pepsi Cola, Lorenzo, muy conocido, y le decía: oye, Rufino, ¿por qué barres tu banqueta tan temprano? Y Rufino, migrante español, le decía: sí, ¿verdad? Acuérdate que para el que madruga hay enemigo que no duerme, ¿verdad? Y el viejo no paraba de barrer la banqueta, porque en las provincias de Guanajuato, el ayuntamiento cobra una multa si la gente no tiene limpia su banqueta. Entonces, pues en lugar de pagar, había que tener la banqueta bien barridita. Bueno, así los tejanos quieren empezar su estrategia diseñada por Donald Trump, pero estos ya se están yendo a los hechos. Vamos a ver.
It's not his first rodeo. He's been down this pathway before, done this before, comes ready and prepared with both the physical attributes, the mental attributes, and the experience attributes to make sure that we're going to be doing more and faster than anything that's ever been done to, first of all, regain control of our border, restore order in our communities, and also identify, locate, and deport criminals in the United States of America who've come across the border, who are preying upon our fellow Texans and our fellow Americans, and make sure that we restore safety and law and order in communities across the entire United States of America. And I am proud to have with us today the next border czar, and that is Tom Homan.
Thanks, Governor. Look, you guys know me. For the last 4 years, I wake up every morning pissed off about what this administration did to the most secure border in my lifetime. Let me be clear. I worked for 6 presidents, starting with Ronald Reagan. Every president I worked for took steps to secure the border because they understood you can't have strong national security if you don't have border security. We need to know who's coming in, what's coming in, where it's coming in, why it's coming, all those questions, right? No one did better than President Trump. President Trump's one badass president to secure this border at a level we've never seen before. Illegal immigration was down to a 45-year low. Illegal immigration was down between 83 and 90%. Unprecedented success. Joe Biden's the first president in the history of this nation who came into office and unsecured the border on purpose. This isn't mismanagement. This isn't incompetence. This is by design. So the first morning I woke up with a smile on my face was the day after the election when President Trump won. Because he's going to come back, he's going to finish the job he started. First of all, he sends his well wishes here and happy Thanksgiving, President Trump. Also, we got a secretary coming in, Secretary Kristi Noem, the governor. I've met with her numerous times. She's the right person at the right time for the right job. She gets it. She has a lot of great ideas of her own. So I'm looking forward to Kristi getting through the confirmation process and coming to work with us. I think she's doing a fabulous job. Today is the first day I've been at Shelby Park. I'm here. Governor Abbott has done an amazing job. Illegal immigration in Texas is down 86%. 86%. Think about that. This is a model we can take across the country. We're going to help Governor Abbott finish the job he started, but this is a model we can take across the country. Unprecedented success in Texas. It's a shame the taxpayers of Texas have to spend billions of dollars to do the job that this administration failed to do, didn't want to do. And because of that, what everybody in this room today, you got to understand, you're a national hero and you're saving this nation. Let me explain why. It's just not about illegal immigration anymore. When this administration calls the crisis the biggest they caused, it overwhelms the Border Patrol. And because the Border Patrol is so overwhelmed taking care of this humanitarian crisis, many of them are pulled off the line. And what happens then? 600% increase in sex trafficking. Fentanyl coming across the border to kill 250,000 Americans. Record number of people on terrorist watch lists crossing the border. Over 2 million known gotaways. How many of them come from a country sponsoring terror? How many of them were carrying fentanyl? How many of them are sex trafficking women and children? How many of them are gang members? So it's more than just illegal immigration. I don't care what your opinion is on illegal immigration. When you cause a crisis this big, all these terrible things happen. Cartels are making more money today than every day. They're making a record amount of money smuggling aliens, record amount of money trafficking in women and children, and a record amount of money moving the dope. I'm happy that we finally got a president. President Trump's going to come in January. Like the governor says, we're not waiting until January. We're already talking. We're already planning. We're going to put a plan in place and secure this nation at the highest level it's ever seen. We're going to finish Trump's work. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. What people don't understand that what you've done in Texas, for every ounce of fentanyl your trooper sees are less overdose deaths. For every person you arrest for trespassing and put them through a fingerprinting process, that's one less gotaway. So at least we know who these people are. What you've done is not only protect the state of Texas and the citizens of Texas, you are protecting this nation. And it's a shame we have other governors and other mayors who are right out of the gate. I said they're going to push back on President Trump and what we're trying to do, especially for interior enforcement. Let me be clear. There is going to be a mass deportation because we just finished a mass illegal immigration crisis on the border, where anybody can look at 9 out of 10 people claim asylum at the border will end up with an order removal. So you can't ask for the right to claim asylum, the right to see a judge, the right to due process, and we give you that due process, and at the end of that due process, a federal judge orders you removed, we have to remove them. Because if we don't, shut down the immigration court. Those orders don't mean anything anymore. Take you guys off the border because there's no consequences. So you can't demand due process and the right to claim asylum and not obey the court order. That is why there needs to be a mass deportation. We have a mass number of people, millions of people who will get a final order and be order removed. If we don't do it, what is the option? Let them stay? Because if you let them stay, you'll never fix the border. There'll be you're going to send a message to the rest of the world. Enter the country legally, which is a crime. Ignore a court order. You never have to go home. We're telling the whole world it's okay to enter this country legally. You never got to go home. We're a nation of laws, and we're going to enforce our laws. The men and women of the ICE, they're going to have a tough job ahead of them. And I'm sending a message for the people that said they're going to get in our way. They're going to stop us from doing what we're doing on interior enforcement operation. I've said it 100 times in the last week. Don't cross that line. It is a felony to knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from immigration authorities. Don't test us. The nation wants a safe country. We've had enough crime in this country, illegal alien crime. It's time to end it and stop it. President Trump's committed to it. He's committed to securing this border. He's committed to having this mass deportation operation and concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats. For any mayor or governor who's going to push back on removing public safety threats from your community, that is your number one responsibility. You ought to be teaming up with us. We have created the biggest national security vulnerability in this nation on the southern border. Because like I said, 2 million known gotaways, and we don't know how many unknown gotaways, already a record number of people on the terrorist watch list. If you don't think a single one of the 2 million came from a country sponsoring terror and didn't come to do us harm, then you're an idiot. Everybody ought to be on the same page. Republican, Democrat, Independent. This is a huge national security vulnerability, and everybody ought to be concerned with it. So thank you for your service. Thank you for all the work you're doing. I am impressed with what I've seen today. Governor, hats off to you. The outgoing Mr. McGraw, the famous Mr. McGraw, who he's been a mentor of mine. This guy's done more for DPS than anybody that's ever worked for DPS, in my opinion. He took you guys to the 21st century. Texas DPS is probably the finest law enforcement agency in this nation. So thank you for the DPS. Thank you for Mr. McGraw. Thank you for the governor. Game on. Time to get this done. Game on.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Paul Bettis. I'm the president of the National Border Patrol Council. Been doing this for 27 years. I've known Tom Homan for a long time. I've known the governor, Mike Banks, your outgoing, what's the title? Colonel. Director. I've known him for a long time, and you're incoming. You guys are going to be in good hands. And so, as a veteran and as somebody whose son is in the Army right now, I want to thank you for your sacrifice, because I know being away from home is a very big deal for you guys. But what you're doing here, what the governor has had you do here, is very, very important. You guys have been protecting this country from all types of threats. And you may not see it every day, but those of us that are out there that should be doing the job that this administration won't let us do, thank you for everything you have done, because you have saved lives. Everything that the troopers and that you guys as guardsmen have done has saved lives. Without you guys, this country would be in more chaos. The governor stepped up and did what no other governor wanted to do. If the southern border governors did exactly what Governor Abbott did, this country would be in a much better place. A lot more lives would have been saved. But this administration completely decimated the border. They completely took apart the plans and policies that President Trump left in place. It's been said all they had to do was nothing, but they took the opposite. They put the wrong people in charge. They put people that wanted this country to be overrun by illegal immigrants in charge, and they allowed them to do it. And if it wasn't for this governor stepping up, this country would be worse off. Now that President Trump's going to be in office, he chose the best person for the job. The best person. There's nobody better than Tom Homan. He's assembled a great team. He's putting together a great team to take the border back once and for all, put the cartels in their place, put the smugglers out of business, and once and for all secure this border. So I want to thank you guys for being here, away from your families, doing the job that you signed up to do. Is very, very different than what you're doing now, but it's very, very critical and something that we really, really appreciate. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate it.
Good job, man.
Well, first, I've had the pleasure of working with Tom over the last 30 years. He is a consummate professional, and I couldn't agree more with the governor that he is the right man for the job. He's a little timid at times about expressing his views, okay? But you always know where you stand with him. And I couldn't agree more, and more importantly, the governor couldn't agree more, that the most significant homeland security and public safety threat to Texas and the nation has been and will continue to be until it's secure again, is an unsecured international border with Mexico, ×2. It's a national security threat as well. And we've had to live with the consequences, but we've got a governor that he didn't talk about public safety or homeland security. He actually lives it night and day, and he will not accept any excuses for not securing the Texas-Mexico border. It doesn't matter if it's our job, it doesn't matter whose job it is. He is so committed to public safety and homeland security. And I know from phone calls at, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock sometimes, okay? He is fully committed and engaged and cares deeply about the soldiers and cares deeply about the troopers. When we suffer, when we lose one, the governor's there, plain and simple. So it's been an honor to work for you, Governor. You've leaned forward. You've done something, certainly wasn't the Texas job, but Texans expect success under your leadership, and we're a better place today than we were yesterday. Thank you. God bless you. Thanks, man.
Hey, so I'm going to be real quick because I know what you guys want to do, right? Being a veteran myself, we want to get down to eating. So real quick, I think you guys need to understand, and I want to put it in perspective for you. A lot of times it's hard for you out there, you're holding back, and then you see a migrant get through the fence somewhere else, and you think, what am I doing here? 87 or 86% reduction. You have reduced traffic, illegal immigration in the state of Texas by 86%. That is massive, especially when you take into consideration that Texas owns 64% of the border. We got the largest portion of the border, and we're also the most direct path for that traffic. Texas has never not led the nation in illegal immigrant crossings. Now, we barely account for 30% of the daily traffic crossing the border. And that's to the efforts you're doing. And I want to make sure I point that out, because sometimes when you're just focused on your one little piece of the pie, you're not seeing the whole picture, but you guys are killing it. And so today is like the best day of the year for me, because nothing makes me happier than being able to come out and serve those Texans that are serving Texas. And I appreciate what you guys do. You're killing it. Tom Homan, I agree with the governor. The president couldn't pick a better person to be the border czar. I'm looking forward to actually working with a border czar that wants to work with a border czar, do border czar stuff, right? Secure the border. Very excited about that. Governor's made it very clear that Texas is a law and order state. President picked a career law enforcement leader. We're going to work together. We're going to get you guys more ability to do more, to push harder, and get this border secure. Thank you.
Como lo ven, amigos, pues ya los tejanos ya están cansados de la palabrería de Washington, que fue lo que los hizo tomar estas acciones. Y pues Texas ocupa proporcionalmente la mayor parte, casi más de la mitad de la frontera de los Estados Unidos. Pero se viene otro factor importante. Mucha gente del Medio Oriente, de la India, de Europa, los mismos carteles ya están metiendo gente por Canadá. Entonces, la acción está tomada, perdón, estoy en vivo, y aunque algunas personas malversen la información y digan, no, que esto va a acabar en un apretón de manos entre Claudia y Trump, no. Yo que he estado viendo el manejo de la inteligencia que le van a dar a todo esto, se van a ir hasta los expedientes de gente que arregló ciudadanía de manera ilegal y van para afuera, porque acuérdense que el Patriot Act, el acto patriota, le da derecho al gobierno norteamericano de remover la ciudadanía a toda aquella gente que mintió, que violó leyes para obtener algún permiso de residencia o la misma ciudadanía. Les mantendré informado. Muchas gracias. Terminen de celebrar el largo fin de semana de Acción de Gracias, porque se vienen situaciones bastante álgidas y Donald Trump ya lo dijo a puerta cerrada, no va a andar con titubeos, se acabó. Aunque Claudia Sheinbaum diga y aunque algunos periodistas digan que Trump exagera, que está manipulando la situación, Donald Trump quiere salir bien de este proyecto. Y no se los digo porque yo sea republicano registrado. Se los digo porque vivo en un estado manejado últimamente por un republicano, Brian Kemp, que aunque por contratos de obras con el gobierno federal de los Estados Unidos, gobierno demócrata, traicionó a Trump y le puso una llaga en la espalda, ahora se da cuenta que no puede jugar con él. Y ya se está encaminando, aunque vaya, pues le quede ya tiempo, poco tiempo para salir del cargo, ya el mismo gobernador georgiano se dio cuenta que con Trump no puede jugar. Se vienen muchas cosas y les pido que tomen todo esto en serio, porque mucha gente dice, no, que el tratado, que el mayor socio comercial, que ya no lo es China, ahora lo es México. Señoras, señores, hay una decena de países deseosos de, de hacer ese tratado con Estados Unidos. Argentina, El Salvador, el mismo Petro de Colombia, que odia a los judíos, que denunció a Claudia Sheinbaum, que fue guerrillera de las FARC, el día que vino a su toma de posesión a México. Bueno, el mismo Petro está pidiendo eso. Entonces, el mundo está doblando las manos con Trump, porque saben que no pueden jugar con él. Y esperemos que en México Claudia Sheinbaum rescate esta última oportunidad de progreso y de bienestar, manteniendo a ese gran socio comercial que está dando la oportunidad de regresar a México a la paz y a la soberanía. Pero no, te los dije en el programa de ayer, los de Morena son caciques y son tan idiotas que no son capaces de reconocer que la soberanía y el régimen de ley y orden para recuperar la justicia es lo que México necesita de manera urgente. Esperemos que usted valore esa urgencia. Buenas noches, buenos días. Nos vemos y nos escuchamos mañana. Hasta entonces, gracias.
Frank Durán Rosillo te saluda y los saluda a todos ustedes, su amiga María Celeste Raraz, para invitarlos a que se suscriban a mi canal de YouTube, María Celeste Raraz, tal como mi nombre, donde les informo todas las semanas sobre entrevistas que tienen un tema que ayuda a mejorarnos como personas y de paso son interesantes. Las pueden encontrar en mi canal de YouTube, así que los espero. Y se suscriben gratis.
Escuchaste el análisis de la noticia, transparente como el agua, con el periodista Francisco Durán Rosillo.